Welcome back. Every week, we pause to reflect because capital campaigns, especially in small towns, aren't just about buildings and budgets. They're about people choosing to be generous. This podcast explores the beautiful space where generosity occurs through ancient and modern writings from all cultures and religions, seeking deeper wisdom for capital campaign work in small towns. Whether you're just starting out or deep in the middle of a campaign, these 5-minute reflections will ground you, encourage you, and remind you why this work matters. Today is our second in the series on having patience in the planning process of a capital campaign. Last time, we looked at the role of strategic planning in envisioning the future. This week, we will look at the relationship building and persuading partners. This week, I'm reflecting on a quote from Friedrich Hayek from the Constitution of Liberty, published in 1960. Quote, "The leadership of individuals or groups who can back their beliefs financially is essential in the field of cultural amenities, in the fine arts, in education and research, in the preservation of natural beauty and historic treasures, and, above all, in the propagation of new ideas in politics, morals, and religion. If minority views are to have a chance to become majority views, it is necessary not only that men who are already highly esteemed by the majority should be able to initiate action, but that representatives of all divergent views and tastes should be in a position to support with their means and their energy ideals which are not yet shared by the majority. We cannot attempt to recount here the long story of all good causes, which came to be recognized only after lonely pioneers had devoted their lives and fortunes to arousing the public conscience of their long campaigns until, at last, they gained support for the abolition of slavery, for penal and prison reform, for the prevention of cruelty to children or animals, and for a more humane treatment of the insane. All of these were for a long time the hopes of only a few idealists who strove to change the opinion of the overwhelming majority concerning certain accepted practices. The successful performance of such a task by the wealthy is possible, however, only when the community as a whole does not regard it as the sole task of men possessing wealth to employ it profitably and to increase it, and when the wealthy class consists not exclusively of men for whom the materially productive employment of their resource is their dominant interest." Unquote. In my rural community, a local nonprofit was building a beautiful arts and culture building, and in the middle of the campaign, the building costs spiked, adding millions to the cost. I can only imagine the initial despair, but the despair only lasted for a moment. This nonprofit went back to their lead donor, explained what happened, and the donor then filled the gap. Why was the donor so ready to fill the gap? 20 years. That is how long the nonprofit had been weekly reaching out to this donor to build a relationship, persuading this partner to join the vision of the nonprofit and the future of arts and culture in my community. By being patient in planning, the nonprofit persuaded this partner to become a devoted idealist, willing to change the community with their wealth. While planning for capital campaigns may not last 20 years, it is essential to bring potential donors into the planning process long before any ask will occur. Let's reflect on one question this week. As you plan for your small town capital campaign, how are you reaching out to potential donors, not to ask, but to persuade them to become a partner in the vision? Share this podcast if you enjoy these 5-minute reflections and subscribe to receive these reflections released every week. To explore small town capital campaign coaching deeper, visit servingnonprofits.com. See you next week.